insane morning. So I didn't have time to blow dry my hair all the way. As long as I don't go outside and turn into icicle curls, I will be good. So hop on, say hello. I forgot my socks again. Man, I am not doing well in the don't forget your own sock category. But you know what? I have some cute socks right here. Yes, I think I will. Haha. Those are super cute. I'll show you. Okay. So good morning. Happy March 10th. I feel like everything was going kind of slow and now suddenly everything is just like super fast. And that's okay because I'm highly ready for spring. Although I will I ordered some swimsuits and I tried them on last night and I got stuck in one, which was kind of hilarious. I'm sure Dave can tell this story better, but basically I ordered the size that normally fits and I could not figure out how to put it on. And I basically got it like around here and I was totally stuck in it. And so I was like yelling at Dave, of course, I mean, not for a visual, but I'm basically, naked from down and I've got this like swimsuit stuck here. And Dave's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, I don't know, try to like get it unbunched. And anyway, I don't know what's going on with that suit. They're super cute and I'm super sad, but I'm going to have to send them all back because I couldn't even get them. They fit when I got them on, but I couldn't get them on. And I'm like, no, we're not doing this. I'm not going to be in the ladies' locker room stuck in my swimsuit trying to have some poor woman next to me while I'm totally in the buff trying to help me get my swimsuit on. So anyway, I'm sure it was really quite a sight, but anyway. All right. Good morning. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for sharing. If you share any of my videos, make sure you type shared. On Friday, I'll give away these super cute pink summer, spring. There we go. Focus, focus. These cute, just in time for spring. They're super adorable plaid socks. Plus, you'll also get a free session with moi with my Blocked Emotions Energy Healing. If you haven't checked that out, I also have a separate Facebook page for it. So it's pretty fantastic. And you also get to have the Healy ran on you. So super beautiful. If you're starting out your healing journey or you're in the middle of your healing journey, or even if you're at the end, it's a great way to boost yourself emotionally, physically, all that fun stuff. Okay, let's talk. What can I help you with this morning? We're going to talk about this word called compromise. Okay, so question is, don't I need to compromise so that I can be kind and helpful to other people? No. The answer is no. Here's the problem with compromise. When you compromise, you're basically buying into something that is never going to serve you. So that's like no different than, yeah. I mean, you can put it into like a really cognitive, easy way to think about it, right? If someone's selling something and it's $100 just to be nice, do I really want to buy it if it's not something that I'm ever going to use? No. The problem with compromising is that when you compromise, you're buying into something that isn't going to serve you, but you're also releasing stress chemicals into your body because you're compromising, and it isn't doing what ultimately serves your better purpose. And I know that that seems totally opposite of what we've all been told. So you just need to get rid of that past agreement because it seems really selfish. It seems like, well, wait, but my mom taught me to play well with others. Playing well with others means we don't throw sand in other people's faces. That doesn't mean that when there's another kid in the sandbox that you have to give them every toy that you were playing with first, just because you want to make them happy. Okay? There's differences there. So when you are compromising and you're buying into something that is not ultimately serving you and you're releasing these stress hormones, then you are doing the vibration on a lower frequency because now I'm stressing out, right? I'm having anxiety, I'm having overwhelm, I'm having frustration, I'm having all of these emotions that are on a lower level. So now this little thing that you think is not a big deal from compromising is now becoming this big ball of yuck. So now, because I'm vibrating on a lower frequency, my health is declining. I'm not feeling well. My energy is going down. I'm not attracting other beautiful things. So now I've got myself in this situation where I'm becoming a magnet for more stresses and more things that are creating me to continue to be in the rabbit hole. And now it's really hard. And now I don't even realize that this little teeny tiny compromise that I made has now turned into a complete catastrophe. So why do we compromise in the first place? Well, basically, it's because we're feeling a fear. Like, if I don't do this, I'm not a good person. If I don't compromise, then I'm not playing well with others. If I don't compromise, then I'm not being the better person. And the problem is that you aren't fulfilling your purpose. You're not being inspired to be really who you are, because you're fearful that that person of being really who you are isn't the one that everyone wants to be around, because that's what we've been taught. Instead, when we don't compromise and we serve ourselves and we buy into things that are helping us to grow, helping us to achieve, helping us to be our best selves, we have the vibration at a higher frequency. And so ultimately, without even realizing that you're doing it, when you're serving yourself on this higher level, you become more compassionate. You become more understanding. Now, some of you are like, wait, how do I not compromise and still be loving and compassionate? Because we have those things really intertwined in our heads. But you don't have to compromise to be loving and compassionate, right? You can be understanding, because you're setting a boundary and you're saying, hey, I know what you're going through. I'm not going to compromise for this, because I have a boundary that this is where the boundary sets. But I want you to know that I love you, I care for you, and I understand what you're going through, and I'll help you in every way that I can. But I won't compromise my own beliefs. I won't compromise my own boundaries. I won't compromise my own limits. So you become more compassionate, you can become more loving, you become more understanding, and you become a person that is able to remain at this higher frequency without letting all this other stuff around you bring you back down, because you're not making compromises to accept. The easiest way to look at this is by accepting other people's behavior. So if I have a family member that every time we get together, they're just offish, and they treat me like I'm basically not there, and they're being incredibly ignorant, and I don't really know what's going on, and I'm trying to compromise, right? By accepting that behavior, what am I doing? I'm buying into something that's not serving me. So that means every time that I go to my family's house, I'm feeling anxiety, and I'm feeling stress, and I'm feeling frustration, because I'm being treated a certain way by a certain individual. So I'm not going to compromise with that, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to talk to you about this, and I'm going to say, look, this is what's going on. I feel as though when we get together, this is what's happening. Now, I'm leaving super open communication. I'm not being defensive with the person, and I have that in my head, so that whatever they decide to say back, I'm going to respect that, right? And if they say nothing's going on, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I just want you to know that, when we get together, you're really offish. You don't ever talk to me. I want to make sure that there isn't something going on. If they're like, oh, no, right? Now I'm giving them the opportunity. I'm not compromising. So I'm probably going to be around them again, and I'm going to see if anything changes. And if not, then I'm not going to buy into it anymore. And I'm going to decide for myself, like, either one, I'm going to set a boundary that I just am acceptant of that behavior and I don't care. Or two, if I'm not able to do that, I'm going to do where I'm just going to remove myself from the situation, and I'm not going to allow that person to enter my social energy space anymore. And I'm just going to be done with it. It takes some practice, because it feels very uncomfortable, and you initially are going to feel guilt, because that's what you've been taught. But you serve your higher self. You're not being mean. You're not being rude. You gave the person the opportunity. If something just isn't going well, then you either need to set up that boundary and protect your space and be like, I don't have an issue being around someone that's doing that, and you just don't care, which can be really difficult for some people, or you just completely break away from it and you remove them from your life, and you you cut that energy cord. And I know some of you are like, oh, that's so hard, right? Sometimes you need a little help with it. And you can subconsciously dissolve cords with people, and it's a beautiful process. But that's basically how you do it. Lisa, how in the world can I compromise with my children wanting to go back to school? I stress with them here, learning at home, and I know I'd stress with them in school. Help me. Yeah, that's a big one, right? That everyone is dealing with. So if your kiddos are wanting to go to school, I think that's what you're saying is they want to go to school and you're not sure that you are okay with them going to school. So that's definitely something that we can dive into. And I can totally help you with that. Oh, hello. So there you go. All right. You gotta love it. Gotta love my text crow. Okay. So socks that I'm gonna wear today are super cute. I'm gonna turn my light off because you see them better. Okay, so they're really cute. They're pink and they're super springy and they got little gray on them, and I'm totally ready. I'm going to start getting my Easter stuff out tonight, and I have tons of it. So I think I've almost collected as much Easter stuff as I have Christmas stuff and Halloween stuff. Those are probably my biggest 3 decorated holidays. I'm not really sure why, but there's just too much cute stuff. I guess I can't stop. Maybe I think the Halloween is because I love the pumpkins for sure. The Christmas is because how can you not, right? It brings the whole like atmosphere into your house. And plus I'm a gingerbread junkie. So I love gingerbread houses and I love to decorate on top of my cabinets with gingerbread. So then the Christmas one just becomes easy because it's everywhere. And I think the spring one and the Easter one really has nothing to do with the chicks and the bunnies and the cuteness of it. I think it's more just the thought process of the feeling of like that beautiful energy of spring coming and decorating my house. And that just reminds me that spring is here. And I think that's what it has to do with it. It's not even the fact that I really even super love all of it. I think it's just the renewal process. But St. Patrick's Day, I don't know. I have a little shelf in my living room, and my shelf has like some St. Patrick's Day on it, but I don't know. I just don't get into it as much. And I think too, it's too close to the other holidays. I mean, really, when I get decorating, it takes me about 2 days to put everything out and put everything back. So I feel like it's too much. So it's like Christmas. I have to decorate with the pumpkins starting in August. So I get the full thing. And then right after Thanksgiving, I have to do Christmas all the way through like mid-January. And then I do a little bit. I do the Valentine's Day, and then it goes straight into spring through. And I decorate for summer, but summer is summer, like summer watermelon and stuff, not 4th of July so much because that one's too short-lived. I have to make good use of the decorating time. Okay, guys, so I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget to sparkle, love yourself more, and just serve yourself. Do things. You're not being selfish. It ultimately makes you a better person overall. And then you, without even trying, you are more better to be around other people. Yes, Stacy, I totally love that. Easter original, A Time of Renewal. Okay, guys.